Finding a safe place to live is a problem and an occurrence that everyone runs into at some time. You never want to put yourself or your family in jeopardy when calling a place home. Here today in our video, look, this is one you all have been asking for because I get the question over and over, what are the safest areas to live in Baltimore, Maryland? So today I've got 5 neighborhoods I'm going to break down, I'm going to share with you so that you can make an educated decision on your next move to Baltimore. So stick around, we're getting after it right now. Now in our video today, I'm going to break down 5 of the safest neighborhoods. Now, this is not a complete list. There are other great places in and around Baltimore. These are the ones that I spend a lot of time in and I know quite a bit about, and I want to share them with you. So what I encourage you to do, just as I do every other video pretty much when I talk about safety in Baltimore, is to go out to the Baltimore Police Department's website. They have something on there called a crime map that you can type in a specific address or a specific neighborhood to find out relevant crime data to ease your concerns. I use this each and every day when folks send me homes that they want to see. For example, I was working with Frank and Brenda and we were out earlier today looking at places. Now, before we went out, I did my homework and I looked at a few places and I sent them and said, hey, I know these houses look great. However, these are the stats and this is what's going on in the area. I don't know if it's going to be a great fit for you and your family. Let me know how you would like to proceed. So we crossed a few right off the list. Now we get out to some of the neighborhoods and we went and looked at one house. And quite honestly, the house was in okay shape, but getting into the house, it was a filthy mess. Now, did we fear for our safety going in and out of the home? No, not at all. However, what we did have concern about was all the garbage, all the trash that was all over the place. Yes, it was garbage day, but Frank made the comment when we got 2 blocks south of where we were. He's like, holy cow, what a difference just a few blocks makes here in Baltimore. And that is the exact truth. So my friends, look, whether you want me to assist you in your home search or any other agent, it is imperative that you go out and do your research before stepping into your car to drive to any of these places. Go out to the Baltimore Police Department's crime map, like I told you to. Go out to Google Maps, get down on the street view and look at the street view and do a 360 of the home that you are potentially considering to see what the area was or is presently before, again, jumping in your car to look at homes. So without further ado, we're gonna jump in here and start knocking these neighborhoods out for you. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you stick around all the way to the end because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 5 neighborhoods. One of them I mention frequently. The other 4, you probably haven't heard me talk about too much. So with that said, let's jump into number 1. The first neighborhood that I want to share with you is located on the northern side of Baltimore, almost to the city-county limit, and it's Mount Washington. Mount Washington is a very small community located just off of Interstate 83. It has convenient access to get downtown, but most importantly, it is a very safe neighborhood for you and your family to live. And I've got the Baltimore City crime map up on my other screen here, and we'll put it on the screen for you to see as well. But you can see when you're going over to the neighborhood, you can type the specific neighborhood in on the left-hand side here, and it picks them all up. And I've typed Mount Washington in, and voila, we have a total of 0 crimes that have occurred in Mount Washington. Now, does that mean that that's indicative of 0 crimes in the future? I don't know. History has a good chance of repeating itself, but it does state that the people that are there are taking care of this neighborhood and doing the best that they can. In addition to that, it's attracting the right clientele to move into it that essentially crime's not going to be an issue with. So again, when looking at Baltimore, this is the first of 5 neighborhoods that I'm going to give you. And oh, by the way, they are in no particular order. It's just the neighborhoods that I've jotted down here on the list. So they're not alphabetical order. They're not crime data driven order. It is just the order that I wrote them on down here. So again, Mount Washington is the first neighborhood that you should take a peek at. Now, before we jump into the rest of the neighborhoods here, if this is your first time to our channel and you're looking to learn all about living in Maryland, great news, you found the right spot. We do videos just like this each and every week talking about living here, working here, chilling here, and most importantly, getting out and having some fun in the great state of Maryland. So if that is the information that you're looking for, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to give the little bell a click. That way you're alerted every time I put out another video just like this one. Now, as I mentioned all the time, my team and I, we are receiving phone calls, text messages, and emails from folks all over the world, and even folks right here in our backyard that are looking to make a move here to Maryland, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, my team and I, we would love to assist you in your transition, but we just need one thing from you. That's for you to reach out and connect with us. So please give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email, or schedule your appointment with us via the Zoom link down in the description below, because we want to help you and we've got your back when making a move here to Maryland. The next community I want to share with you is Roland Park. Now, Roland Park is located not too far away from Mount Washington that I previously mentioned to you here. But it's a great community. And for those of you that are looking to attend Johns Hopkins University, it's right next to Johns Hopkins. You also have a lot of the private schools that are located here in Baltimore. You've got Friends School, you've got Gilman is pretty close by. So this community, it's a great community. It is on the upper end of pricing here in the Baltimore area, with some of the most expensive homes in Baltimore City being located in Roland Park. Now, as I look at the crime map here on my other screen here, there's a total of 4 crimes that have been listed here. And quite honestly, from the looks of it, it looks like they were just things stolen out of cars. Now, this number can change day to day, and I'm just reporting as to what I'm seeing on my screen right now. I love Roland Park. It's a great small community feel. You will certainly love it. Just take a stroll on through and let me know your thoughts down in the comments, my friends. All right, look, if you're finding value in this video so far and you're finding this information helpful, it would mean the world to me and help me to continue to keep producing videos and put the wind in my sails. If you would hit that like button down below, it's the one that looks like a thumbs up, and drop any of your comments down below. If you want to know something about a specific neighborhood, I'll do my best to fill you in. I encourage you to use the free resources that I've mentioned here multiple times on this channel, like the Baltimore City crime maps. Google provides a lot of information. Niche.com does too as well, but my team and I, we'd love to help and assist you in any way that we can. And now our next community that I want to talk to you about, and it's a oldie but goodie that I always love chatting about, and it's Locust Point. Now, I just recently did a video all about Locust Point, and you know what? We'll put that right up here. So after you finish this video, I want you to go check this vlog out. I was in the streets of Locust Point, walking around, showing you everything, but this community is super safe. Now, the great thing about it is the only people, in my opinion, that go to Locust Point are those folks that live there, because it is located on a peninsula, you know, on the eastern or southern side rather of the Baltimore Harbor. And in reality, essentially starts at Key Highway and you go east to where Fort McHenry is, and that's Locust Point. Now, Under Armour has their headquarters there. I mean, there's so many great things that I can talk to you about Locust Point. And quite frankly, it is probably my favorite neighborhood in Baltimore because it is sort of secluded right in Baltimore, and you're not far away from being able to do all the fun things that you may want to do in and around the Inner Harbor. If you want to go to an Orioles game, a Ravens game, or you need to hop on 95 or need to catch a train, you can do it all conveniently from Locust Point. But I've got up on the screen here on the other side, typed in Locust Point, and a total of a goose egg. 0 crimes have been reported as of the recording of this video. Now, the other great thing about it with Locust Point, it's almost segmented. And here's what I mean by that. You have the residential area of Locust Point, but then you have the industrial area of Locust Point. There are quite a few trains, and there's some industrial and chemical plants that surround Locust Point, but that also prohibits lots of housing from being built there. Therefore, well, with that, it would increase the propensity for crime to occur. So the good news is, once you go over the railroad tracks to go to Fort McHenry, the only thing between you and Fort McHenry is some industrial businesses, the railroad tracks, and then you're right into Fort McHenry. So, like I said, Locust Point, quite honestly, it's pretty much my favorite neighborhood in the city of Baltimore. I highly encourage you, at the very least, drive through it, take a trip to Fort McHenry, but this is a fantastic spot to call home in Baltimore. All right, the fourth neighborhood that I want to make you aware of and encourage you to check out is Cedarcroft. Now, Cedarcroft is located in northern Baltimore. So we went from Mount Washington, which is sort of on the western side of 83, to Roland Park. And now if we go a little bit east, before we get to York Road, you're gonna run into Cedarcroft. Now, Mike and I, and we'll put a picture of Mike up here on the screen, we were out house hunting a week or two ago, and we found he and his family a wonderful home in Cedarcroft. This place is beautiful. Now, it is so quiet in Cedarcroft, and when we were there, it almost felt like we were living, somewhere in northern Baltimore County where you really don't hear anything, maybe a tractor going by, but it was just such a nice experience and a peaceful and tranquil setting that he and his family found a home in. So I encourage you, if you were looking for a home in that particular area, to explore Cedarcroft and see if it's going to be a good fit for your family. All right, our fifth and final community is the community of Canton. Now, I've mentioned Canton pretty much since the day I started doing this YouTube channel many years ago. But Canton's a safe and consistent spot to live. I mean, I went ahead, pulled up the crime map here for you all to see, and right now as the recording of this video, looks like 11 crimes have occurred. And now, those 11 crimes and the people that they've affected, they're pretty pissed right now about what had transpired. But if you look at the big scheme of things, compared to other areas in Baltimore, Canton is a really safe spot. And there's good reason for it. You've got a ton going on. And I like to say that Canton is like a suburb in the county that has been picked up and placed right in Baltimore City, because you have the conveniences to be able to walk to the grocery store, the gym. If you need to get your dog some dog food, or even go to the dog park. There's plenty of parks in Canton, that you can go to, and lots of great things happen in Canton. But in reality, not much happens in the way of crime. With that said though, could something occur? Absolutely. It could occur right in your backyard. It could occur anywhere in the city of Baltimore or the great state of Maryland. So with that said, my friends, those are 5 fantastic neighborhoods in the city of Baltimore that I highly encourage you and your family to check out when making a move to Maryland. Now, if a move to Maryland, or more specifically Baltimore, is in your near future, look, my team and I, we want to help you with that move. What we just need one thing from you. We need you to reach out and connect with us. So please give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email, connect with us on Zoom using the link down below. However you need to get a hold of us, we have your back. From Baltimore down the Chesapeake Bay all the way to the beaches of Ocean City, my team and I have you covered. Now, before you make a dash here and leave, make sure you check out this next video here. I think it's going to be your next step in learning more about your move here to Maryland. So until the next video, my friends, have a great day. We'll talk soon. Take care.